Las Vegas is the largest city in the state of Nevada, commonly known as Sin City due to the popularity of legalized gambling, availability of alcoholic beverages at any time, and various forms and degrees of adult entertainment. The Fontainebleau Las Vegas is the newest resort and casino on the Las Vegas Strip, having officially opened its doors on December 13, 2023. Vegas's newest casino and resort is glamorous with beautiful chandeliers throughout the lobby and game floor. Ask any taxi driver in Vegas and they'll tell you about the many rumors, such as the resort being haunted to parking being terrible. An unbelievable fact is that this project took nearly 20 years to build. This resort was supposed to be the second after Fontainebleau Miami Beach, and based on the proposed timeline, the Las Vegas resort was supposed to be open for operation in 2008, a reasonable 3 years after the project was announced. Unfortunately, that was not how it played out.
From Las Vegas, this is Formula One.
On November 18, 2023, Las Vegas has hosted its Formula One Grand Prix, marking the first Formula One race in Las Vegas since the 1982 Caesars Palace Grand Prix. This event took months of preparation, with many temporary structures and seating built just for the event. They even had to uproot all the trees at the Bellagio fountains and block that area off permanently. There were streets closed down. Many areas were off limits for pedestrians. All of this just for the one weekend grand spectacle of 20 cars blaring past the Vegas Strip. This shows that when Vegas means business, it can deliver. Keep that in mind as we review all the dates of the Fontainebleau timeline. Construction did begin in February 2007, with the goal to open in November 2008. And just in case you're thinking that 1 year should be enough to construct a hotel, keep in mind that the hotel was supposed to have 3,989 rooms. There was absolutely no way that they were getting the whole thing done in 1 year. And just like many other construction projects, things were not exactly smooth sailing once construction began. In July 2007, barely 5 months after construction had started, a 70-man team of ironworkers started protesting about unsafe working conditions. There had been some deaths around Las Vegas construction sites. This pause only lasted for about 3 days, and just as they resumed construction, an unfortunate event occurred. An apprentice was relying on a makeshift hook that broke falling 30 feet. This ultimately led to his death. You may be asking, why doesn't Las Vegas have stricter safety standards? Well, in Vegas, there is a delicate balance between workers, employers, unions, and NOSHA. The workers are the everyday people at the construction site. These are your iron workers, concrete pourers, sparkies, tin knockers, and plumb bobs. They are important to keep happy and will feel the brute effects of the decisions. The unions are the organizations formed by workers to protect their rights and interests in the workplace. Employers hate unions because it hinders their control over the workplace. Unions act as crucial advocates for workers' rights and safety. Nevada Occupational Safety and Health Administration is Nevada's regulatory agency behind safe work conditions and protecting workers' rights. Employers are the ones forking out all the money to build the projects. They feel they are at the most risk, especially with the other entities out there. They feel as though these entities make projects complicated and difficult for no reason. Everybody wants to make sure the workplaces are safe, but it gets very difficult for each of these parties to get along. Each party has its own way to achieve its goal and its own opinion on who should take the lead. With all this tug of war, plus a city and mentality to never sleep, this causes construction to be very dangerous and not for the faint of heart. Another problem the project had was that most of the construction had begun before the designs of the resort were completed. Surprisingly, this is not completely unheard of for Las Vegas resorts. But the problem is that starting construction before you're sure of what you want the project to look like often leads to a lot of money and time being spent on do-overs. And Fontainebleau Las Vegas was definitely a victim of this. Construction did start in 2007, but designs were not completed until November of 2008, so it's unsurprising that they weren't able to meet their 2008 launch deadline, prompting them to move the launch date to October 2009. Unfortunately, October 2009 did not work out either, and it's easy to say that it was due to one thing: money. Several ownership changes marked the following years, starting in 2009, when the judge overseeing the bankruptcy case ruled that the project be sold immediately. This started a bidding war between corporate raider and financier Carl Icahn, Penn National Gaming, and even real estate developer Luke Brugnara. Icahn won the bidding war, though, and assumed ownership of the project in February 2010. Even though he seemed quite passionate during the bidding war, Icahn did not do much with the project. He planned to wait for an economic rebound before deciding what to do with the project, but then he started auctioning off furnishings from the project, and everybody just knew that he wasn't planning to continue the project. The project lay unfinished for many years after that and was considered an eyesore by many. The fact that it was located on Las Vegas Boulevard just made the imperfections stand out even more. Even Clark County, the county that governs Las Vegas, got so tired of the horrific sight that the authorities asked Icahn to carry out some exterior upgrades. The inside could remain run down. They just wanted him to improve the outlook of the exterior, and he agreed to it. Then at the end of 2015, he listed the resort for sale at an asking price of $650 million. The resort didn't go off the market until 2017, when it was purchased by investment firms Witkoff Group and New Valley LLC, with Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan financing. And they bought it for $600 million. The plan was for construction to begin, or resume depending on how you look at it, in 2018, and for the resort to be opened as the Drew Las Vegas in 2020. But we already know that that didn't happen. In March of 2018, nearly 10 years after the financial crisis held the project back, just as workers were getting back to business, a random man decided to spark a number of fires in the property.
On the top of the Fontainebleau Hotel earlier today, you may have seen this thick cloud of smoke coming up from the Fontainebleau Las Vegas construction project today. We were on the scene
just 1 month after construction was resumed. He was even able to get into a fight with a firefighter as he was leaving the building, slowing down efforts to put out the fire. Finally, in 2019, Witkoff had to announce that they were moving the opening to the second quarter of 2022, but it was mostly because the designs were taking longer than anticipated. And then COVID happened. Construction had to be paused in March 2020 due to the pandemic, and in the midst of that, the project owners spent quite some time in courts as they were sued by contractors for unpaid work and even by executives for being laid off. Las Vegas, just like the rest of the world, experienced COVID-19 pandemic measures such as mask mandates, capacity limits, social distance measures, and this absolutely killed tourism. COVID, along with lawsuits, along with crazy people lighting fires, caused the project to absolutely drag for the next 4 years. 2021 was the year that construction could resume on the project. However, in a move that many did not see coming, the project was repurchased by Soffer of Fontainebleau Resorts and renamed Fontainebleau Las Vegas again. Soffer basically came back and said, "Mine, thank you." Soffer bought the project for $350 million, and it was about 80% complete at the time. But to be fair, Fontainebleau carried out a lot of changes in the resort. Construction, which resumed in November of 2021, saw the crews taking down up to 1,800 rooms that were already finished because Soffer considered them outdated. They also removed condos and reduced the number of rooms to make room for luxury suites and larger penthouses. Thankfully, there were no more hiccups, and construction finished in time for the resort to open on December 13, 2023. In summary, the Fontainebleau Las Vegas project has been a rocky journey marked by delays, financial challenges, ownership changes, and unexpected setbacks. Initially envisioned as a luxurious addition to the Las Vegas Strip, the project faced numerous obstacles, including construction delays, budget overruns, bankruptcy filings, and even arson. The global COVID-19 pandemic further complicated matters, causing construction pauses and legal battles. Despite these challenges, the project ultimately reached completion under new ownership and reopened its doors as the Fontainebleau Las Vegas in December 2023. However, its path to fruition serves as a testament to to the complexities and uncertainties of large-scale development projects, particularly in a dynamic city like Las Vegas.